Hey guys, Swordsman here, and I'm playing some League of Legends. Welcome to a bit of a Sona intermediate beginner type introduction to her. Now, let's start this off by the fact that I am, of course, as you might have guessed, playing Sona. She is a support champion for League of Legends. She's somebody I've played a fair bit of, somebody that I like to play. I think she's one of my stronger champions that I play. I certainly seem to win more when I play her than when I don't. Oof. When Nautilus came out of that bush, I nearly shit my pants. I'm not gonna lie. I did not expect them to be there. I thought maybe they'd be coming from blue or something from helping the leash. She says not to panic heal, but look, lady, I almost shit my pants. Now, speed this up just a little bit. In case you're wondering, a support character typically goes to the bottom lane, and your job is to help your AD carry. There's two ways to help, and I feel that Sona excels in helping in both of those ways. The first way is to keep them alive. I can provide a health buff, extra armor and magic resistance just by having that particular song playing. I can provide move speed. I can provide an ult to keep them alive, to get them out of harm's way. And it just really ends up working out. For our tower for the time being, Jarvan is being played by Stoneface Locke. Stone has been playing Jarvan for about a year now. He's pretty much a Jarvan expert amongst the D crew. He's very good at what he does. He's coming in for a gank right now. We got them very low in their harassment. He comes into the bush. Down goes Kog'Maw. We're going to turn onto Nautilus. Ashe has her frozen arrows onto him. He is not able to get away, and they split the kills. One kill for Stone, one kill for my AD carry Ashe, and I get the assist on both of them. So I'm now rocking 4 assists. I've got a bunch of gold, and my job for protecting the AD carry is going fairly well at this point. I'm going to check the CS score. CS is creep score, the amount of kills that they have on minions. Ashe has 38, Kog'Maw has a dismal 16. When you combine that with Ashe's 3 kills, it's not a good number. It's not a good indication. Gold is everything when it comes to AD carries. You need that gold. You need to get your items to become stronger, faster, sooner, and it's just not working out for them. It's starting to slowly snowball into our favor, and Ashe is hopefully going to be able to take advantage of it. Nautilus comes in. I hit him pretty good. Ashe throws out her arrow on the Kog'Maw. And we're going to push up here. Right there you saw that I got lower in health and Nautilus was trying to kill me, but Ashe was killing Nautilus. And you saw Kog'Maw was basically trying to finish me while Ashe was standing directly beside him. And so Ashe just finished off Nautilus, then calmly turned and finished off Kog'Maw after I had exhausted him to make sure that he could not get the kill on Ashe. It was a pretty good way to start out the game. Starting out 2-0 for your AD carry is pretty nice. That is a lead that, if they're a good player, they shouldn't be able to squander. But if you're me, you'll probably screw it up if I were the AD carry. So typically whenever I'm playing Sona or any support, I build my Philo Stone first, then I work towards a heart of gold, then I try to get my boots. Our opponents down here seem to really only be interested in fighting. They just want to skirmish, 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 and I think when they got hurt like that, they got the double kill on them. They thought that they needed to kill us to get back into the game, but they just really weren't quite up to it. Ashe already had her Berserker Greaves. I was able to help save her there. I got my heal off in time. We're going to be stuck to our tower for a little bit from that pressure. They blew a lot of mana and cooldowns to try to kill us there. But we are content to farm under. I think we were going to be able to get Kog'Maw, but this is one of my big mistakes. I focused too much on trying to catch up to Kog'Maw and realizing Ashe is pretty low on health. If I could have ulted sooner, I think Ashe could have turned that around into Nautilus. I think she could have probably gotten that kill if I had ulted. So I'm going to try my best to lead them back to the tower. I'm safe where I'm at. I know Stone is coming down on Jarvan. He's going to be looking to get the double kill. So I move in here to try to keep their attention on me. I did have my heals ready. I had a fair bit of mana. I believe I had exhaust up to use on them. And I bought enough time for Stone to jump in there, use his ultimate on both of them, and pick up an easy double kill. That is a pretty, there's not much that you can do easier to get a double kill than that. I would call it a bit of a bait with my own heal and stuff. And then with them not buying wards, by the time they saw Stone coming in, they were dead. It was that simple. Ashe picks up another easy kill with her ultimate under the tower. I pick up a nice chunk of 160 gold for an assist, and it's just snowballing now. I've got my heart of gold, I've got my boots, I'm still buying wards. Stone's coming down from the river to look for another gank to see if we can flush anything out, but he's just going to teleport out there and get back to base to buy. I placed another ward in front of the dragon. I like a ward there. Their jungler in this game is Akali. Now, typically I'm not very fearful of Akali. Like, I've never seen her used successfully as a jungler before, so I had no fear of her. Nautilus hooks me. I'd rather him hook me than hook Ashe, because keeping Ashe's health topped off is way more important than my own, because I get healed no matter who I push my W on, so it does work fairly well. For those of you new to Sona, I consider her to have a bit of a low skill cap as well as a high skill cap in the same champion, which is kind of rare, I think. Here I flashed my ult across both of them. Despite Ashe standing in Kog'Maw's goo, she did put down a lot of damage. I think if she was able to sidestep that a bit, she would have survived. But as it was, Stone is able to come down here and get the kill on Nautilus, but Kog'Maw does get away. Ideally, it would have been probably better to get the kill on Kog'Maw, but you can't really complain when Nautilus just offers himself up by walking right in front of Jarvan. You know, I mean, you can't complain too much. Ashe is saying she should be more safe, but I don't think that's necessarily true. I think we're playing fairly fine. She has the advantage. There's nothing terribly wrong with her pressing the advantage to gain more of an advantage, and I think we should be just fine throughout this game. As I was saying, Sona's like skill cap that just by having any of these skills active gives buffs to your entire team. So right now, because I have my E active, everyone has a movement speed bonus. If I would have my W active, after the heal, everyone would have the bonus armor and magic, which is pretty helpful. The Q does bonus damage and gives people a buff to that. Akali's coming in for a gank, but as I said, we're not too fearful. Ashe flashes her damage in, slows her down. I hit my Q for a bit of extra damage, and here we're going to come under our tower, and they just have a hard-on for kills. I hit my W on Ashe to heal her back up. Fiora's coming in full health. I ultimate on her so that way she can't get away, and it's just easy. She's going to come in under the tower to try to kill us. My ultimate just stops her dead in her tracks, and the tower and Ashe take care of the rest. That was just another example of how not only can a support player help keep their AD carry alive, but you can also help feed them kills. Perhaps if I hadn't used my ult there, Fiora probably could have gotten out of there. I don't know if she could have escaped Ashe, but it would have been a more challenging kill for Ashe to get. She would have had to chase further out into the hands of Kog'Maw and Nautilus, so I was able to use my ult to just guarantee her an easy kill that took practically nothing in terms of our resources other than my ultimate cooldown, which I think is worth it every time you use an ult cooldown to get a kill. Definitely worth it for me. Gonna speed things up here a little bit as we keep exchanging some more. These guys, they keep wanting to skirmish. They're not trying to farm. We can check the CS again. Ashe is at 85. Kog'Maw is only at 42. Even if Ashe did not have those kills and the assists, that's not enough. That is not going to cut it in a match when the other AD is out farming you by half. Or, you know, you have half as much. It's just not going to be good enough. Now, one of the things about Sona is a lot of people push her skills and forget about them. But the higher part of that is you need to manage her power chords. Her power chord is her passive that after every 3 spells, she gets the special ability. So for Q, I keep doing that. Her Q, when it has the power chord, will deal double damage. That's pretty strong. People underestimate it. I have stolen kills because of that. Not necessarily on purpose, but I popped that out to do some extra damage. It happened to be my power chord, and I just get a big kill. The W will reduce it. It's like a mini exhaust by 20% for 4 seconds. So if I have that up, and I do just now, and I were to auto attack while this is running, Kog'Maw's damage would be greatly reduced for 4 seconds. The E, if I were to use it with the E active, I would slow them down and be the other half of an exhaust to snare them, so that way they can't chase it, they can't get away from the gank. In comes a gank, Jarvan ults to secure him. I use my ult on top of Kog'Maw, so that way even though he's trapped in there, he can't use his spells. And then it's just an easy pickup for the double kill once more because Ashe had Nautilus slowed. We are going to move in here and get a pretty easy dragon, and it's completely for free. That is something that bottom lane is responsible for, to try to push their laning opponents out. And if you get an opening to go take the dragon, that is probably something we could have done much sooner. But again, we were just playing it safer. We could have done it sooner, but we got it ultimately absolutely free instead of risking it. That is something our team has struggled with before, that we would go for dragons too earlier in bad situations where we tried to force the dragon and it just didn't end up well for us, though. As of late, we've been playing dragon much smarter and getting some easier wins because of that, well, contributing to that. Ashe now has her Infinity Edge, a Vamp Sector, some extra crit, some extra attack speed. She is setting herself very well to go into the late game. Kog'Maw just has his pickaxe, a couple Dorn's Blades, and his boots. That's huge advantage going into Ashe. He hooks me again. Nothing actually comes of it. I'm able to sustain that health right back to me. And we go back to farming. Again, they keep wanting to skirmish with us, but it's just not working out for them. Every time they try it, just nothing comes of it. He drops that. I hit my W to get her. There was a bit of a wasted ultimates for both of us. We only should have used one, and if they were still alive after the one ran out, we should have used the other one, but it's just one of those things. Like, as a support player, your instinct is to try to keep your AD carry alive, and so I saw Kog'Maw bearing in much closer than he should have been, so I knew I had my cooldown to use to stop that, so I used mine, but Ashe also had hers up, and it was able, they did overlap, but it ultimately, it didn't cost us anything. Here's a tip for how to judge when your teammates' ultimates are up, because that guy just gets stove. Nautilus misses his hook, I exhaust him, and it's just an easy kill for that. That was just a tower dive, and then it's just what were you thinking type moment. But yeah, you see these dots on the portraits over here? If they are black, it means that that character's ultimate is down. If they turn green, it means their ultimate is up. That took me nearly a year to learn that. And talking to other players that have played much longer than me, they still didn't know that until I've mentioned that. It's kind of funny that's there. Most people don't seem to know that. I'm glad I do know that now. It makes it easier for communicating and just knowing people for what they're ready for without being in direct communication with them. Here we're laying siege to the tower a little bit. You want to get this down because taking the mid tower is the most important tower. It extends vision. It just really helps you with your map presence. Nautilus wastes his ult on Ashe. I pop some damage onto him, and in comes Victor. Victor gets arrowed to the face and he goes down. Akali's going to rush in there while I play patty cake with Nautilus, but anytime Akali goes into her little shroud, just any sort of AoE ability being flung in there will hit her. She is not immune to damage, you just can't see her, so if you fling AoE in there, whether it's the Ashe W or the Singed Poison, it will hit them no matter what. Well, not necessarily no matter what. If she's not in line for it, it won't hit them, but yeah. So I got my Shirley's, I got my Aegis, and you know, we're just winning everywhere. Every lane has won. Our jungler has definitely outplayed the Akali. Here I felt I made another mistake. I got a little complacent going for the turret instead of moving up with my team. I figured with 3 of them against 1 opponent, they could get the kill easily. But maybe if I would have moved up, I could have healed Ashe a bit more. I could have used my summoner heals, my summoner heal or my exhaust maybe to keep Ashe alive. I mean, when your team is up this far, you sort of get a little complacent that you're just assuming you're going to win. Your characters, your players get a bit more cocky, a bit more aggressive, thinking they can't die, and that's ultimately not always true because these games can turn around in a flash. It can just become so easy. You tank another dragon just for shits and giggles. We're going to come in here to try to clear up bottom. I do use my ultimate on both of them. Ashe gets some great shots off onto Akali. Victor flashes away. I hit my Q to damage him some more. And Ashe is on the warpath. She gets the Kali down. Victor's hugging his turret, but there's no point. That low of health, with me able to sustain Ashe, it's just not going to work out when she has that much damage. There's a Kali whining in chat that Ashe got fed. She's not good, she just got fed. And I really did appreciate and enjoy Ashe's response that she got fed by me. And I really do like to think that I did help her get a number of kills in this game. So again, it's just like it's the double-edged sword of playing support. You both want to keep your AD carry alive, you babysit them, but you also want to help set up kills if you can. And again, I do think that Sona is one of the best champions for setting up kills. while still having the utility and the sustain of her other abilities. That is just my personal opinion. Maybe you guys disagree, but for me, Sona is a very good champion to learn to play support on. She is not she's not mindlessly easy, but she is she's easy enough to become at least adequate at that you're still helping your team as best you can, even if you aren't able to land some of the better things. Even there when Callie was in her shroud, I threw down my ultimate just to make sure she couldn't still do damage to people while she was in there, because the size of my ultimate is basically the size of her shroud, and I was pretty sure I was going to hit her. Ashe gets another double kill. My assists are racking up as we just worked on taking down this tower and the inhib. It was just a pretty easy game overall. Just wanted to give you guys an insight onto how to play Sona as a beginner and how she can really be successful and helpful to your team. Ashe barely survives by the skin of her teeth yet again, and just Ashe too strong. There's no stopping her. Even she's throwing out a roar. It was a good game. Like I said, every aspect of the game we won. Each lane held her own, and if not, kicked the crap out of the other one. Our jungler was way better than theirs, and here towards the end, I decided to throw away my flawless and just fuck around at their fountain. Hope you guys enjoyed this bit of an introduction to Sona and playing support. If you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up. You guys should definitely try League of Legends if you've never played it before. It is a free-to-play game. You don't have to pay a single cent to play it, which is one of the cooler parts about it. And again, there's where I threw away my flawless. I threw down my ult and messed around with some damage just to try to help Ashe get yet another kill. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I certainly did. Look forward to doing some more League of Legends content, despite most of my channel not really feeling the type of MOBA games. Take care, guys. I'll see you next time.